Welcome in, folks, to the fourth stop of the Alabama Bass Trail South Division here at beautiful Lay Lake. Miss Kay couldn't have asked for a nicer day.
We really couldn't. No coats, no gloves. The weather's perfect. You know, it's heating up, and we're going to see if the fishing's going to heat up later on in the day.
I feel like you will. I think we're kind of in that weird transition where we're coming out of spawn. So we're post-spawn. They're not sure if they want to stay shallow or go deep. I think we're going to see a little bit of everything today.
I do too, and you know, talking to the guys throughout the week, the bite has been tough, but I think the longer we have stable, warm weather, the fishing's going to get better. So I'm anxious to see how they do today, and 225 teams registered a long time ago for this event. A lot of them circled this date on their calendar, so we're going to see it go down today.
The fourth stop, big points day for a lot of folks. We're one tournament left to get into that championship, that no entry fee championship. Let's head out to the water for our Academy Sports and Outdoors first cast.
Well, they're in the middle of launching 225 boats here on Lay Lake. We decided to follow boat 104. It's Chris Rutland, Kobe Carden. These guys have a history of doing well on this lake. They're high in the point standings. Here they are on their first stop. We're going to hang out with them and see how they do. They didn't stay on their first spot very long. I kind of expected that, especially first thing this morning. We've heard talk of shad spawn, and lots of times it's just certain areas that you're gonna try to key on to try to capitalize on that shad spawn. It would not surprise me if these guys move around quite a bit throughout the day, especially this morning.
All right, we have made it down to boat number 163, Stephen Eskew and Matthew Furman. These guys have got one fish in the box, said it's about a 3-pounder. We are at the mouth of Beeswax Creek here. A lot of guys are trying to fish this shad spawn pretty early. Haven't seen a lot of shad hitting, but a lot of guys trying to run this bank grass pretty good. We did catch up earlier this morning with Josh Chappell and Paul Davis, who are right there at the top of the AOI points, and they had 3 fish in the boat, and one of those fish was a 3-pounder. So it looks like guys are catching them early this morning. It's been pretty exciting, and we haven't even had to drive very far. So we're gonna keep getting us some good coverage throughout the day. Guys, tell us what's been working this morning.
Cinco, what we caught that one off of.
Good morning, everybody. I am in Little Beeswax Creek, and at the moment I am with boat number 87, Brandon Lovelady and Josh Williams. They have 3 fish for 6 pounds right now, but right now it looks like we're fishing this grass. Now, I'm not gonna get super close because these isolated grass patches to my left, they're wanting to fish, and I just wanna make sure I'm staying off of their territory. How did practice go for you guys?
Well, we didn't practice any Thursday and Friday. We came down last Saturday. Did fairly well. We took the tournament.
What do you expect to win the tournament with all of the fish talk that's been going on, the dock talk?
I'm sorry?
What amount of weight do you think we'll win today with the dock talk you've been hearing?
I would say somewhere in the 18 to 20 range.
18 to 20 range? Nice.
Shoreline grass is key on this lake, especially first thing in the morning. These guys are fishing really fast, trying to look for a reaction bite. Almost looked like maybe he had a strike there the way he reacted, but these fish will move in on these grass beds first thing in the morning and feed really good. And if you hit the right one at the right time, you can catch what you need in a hurry. Hooked up again. Another small fish. That's 2 bites on a popped frog so far this morning.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Automotive, where it's always Bill Penny time. By Jack's, all about the South. And by Sweet Home, Alabama.
In 2009, it all started with this 721 Pro XP and a passion to build the best fishing platform in design, performance, and construction for all of our customers. Through the years, motors have changed. Electronics have changed. But the passion to build the best bass boat possible has not changed. Everyone at Phoenix believes we got it right the first time.
Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Penny. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
If you didn't already know, AmFirst has great rates on auto loans, and boat loans, and motorcycle loans, and really any loans, including ones for your business. With a variety of terms as low as 2%, we're kind of hard to beat.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry, let's go!
Garmin LiveScope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin LiveScope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic champion!
Big first.
All right, we got a fish.
Guys, how's your morning gone so far?
Got two.
Got two. What kind of size?
About 2 pounds a piece.
All right, about 2 pounds apiece. Is that kind of how you expected your morning to go, or?
Yeah, really. I mean, with our practice, we didn't have a good practice. We didn't find our end light. We're both 2 pins. Obviously, taken.
Right. We're kind of, this would probably be considered mid-lake, mid to lower lake, and I'm starting.
They're in a real negative mood for some reason.
He just said these fish are in a real negative mood for some reason. You think it's just a case of maybe we're a little bit in that post-spawn funk kind of deal?
I think so.
Oh, fish on, fish on. Good fish. Good keeper.
Yeah, about 1.5 pounds.
1.5 pounds.
How are y'all doing so far?
Nothing.
Nothing? Have y'all been punching and throwing a frog?
Yep.
That's good. How did y'all do in practice?
No practice.
No practice? That's the toughest. Sorry, I had to come back here and get an update on you guys. I couldn't resist.
I could tell you couldn't help it.
Tried doing the same thing as last year, but they ain't hungry for it yet.
We ain't had near a bite yet.
Yeah.
I see some big ones, but they're just cruising the banks.
I was gonna say, I've seen a couple of fish, like even in really shallow spots like this, cruising.
Mm-hmm.
Just pulling up on boat 194, Brian Stifler and Wesley Gore. These guys won the Alabama River event, second in AOI. We actually pulled up on them in another area, and they were leaving as we were coming to them, so we kind of followed them. This is where they led us to. Guys, what you got in live well so far?
We got 3.5 and one a little over 2.
Okay, 1 3.5 and 1 a little over 2. Spots or largemouth?
Largemouth.
Okay.
We're not the best spot fishermen.
That's not a bad thing.
Well, that's a start anyway.
Yep. These guys won our last south of Alabama River, and they're currently second in AOY standings. 2 fish in the live well so far, 3.5, 2.5, both largemouth. So guys, the last event, you were eating pizza not long from now. What's the plan for today?
That's a big difference right there. You know, last event, coming back out of that pond, we chewed up a prop pretty good, and we were afraid we'd sling a blade or something and not make it back.
Right.
But on this lake, I mean, we'll fish to the very end, which
Okay.
we do most lakes. But,
right. That was just a special event there.
Throughout the day, we had nothing else on the Alabama River.
Right.
There he is, I'm bringing you. Get the net. Told you he was in here. Please get in the boat. Woo! Oh, shake your head, fish. Woo!
Old Kermit.
Good one?
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is sponsored by Garmin, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by America's First Credit Union. There's more right after this.
Buying stale, burnt coffee is like eating hot sushi out of a vending machine. It's just a no-no. Explosion. Cool guys don't look at them. As a veteran-owned and operated company, we take massive pride in giving back. And with your support, we've donated millions to charitable organizations and veterans. Do you have a lightsaber leg, Jay?
Yeah, I got a lightsaber leg.
When you sign up for our coffee club, you get fast free shipping directly to your door. I'm on a helicopter.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
These guys are currently leading the Angler of the Year points race. Curious to see how they've done so far today. It takes doing well in every tournament order win to AOI. So, hey guys, how's your day going so far?
Not good.
Not good. Of course, we always bring good luck.
We got 1 13-inch fish.
Okay, 1 13-inch fish.
The only bite we got.
Were you expecting it to be this slow and tough?
Well, it's been slow and tough, but it's just in the right area. Unfortunately, our starting spot, there was about 6 boats from a local tournament sitting on it,
right,
catching fish when we got to this point. So we in the backup plan, and it's just slow grind.
So coming into this tournament, you guys are leading Anglers of the Year. Is that something you guys think about at all, or you try to put it out of your mind?
I mean, we just let that fall where it may. I mean, if you worry about it, you stress out too much, I mean, it's all up on that. So we let that come to us. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Right.
All you do is give it 100% every tournament.
Right.
I can hear the live wells running from here.
That's just keeping
That's just keeping lunch.
Keeping it cool.
Real quick. We got 3 fish.
3, any size?
No. Waiting on that pump to turn on.
Yeah.
Color us struggling.
Waiting for the current, right?
Yeah, right. Hey, a little bit later yesterday, they were running it at sunup at 10 pounds and 3 casts.
Yeah.
Today, you gotta wait until they turn the water on.
Go nowhere, but I think they're colors, but we'll check him just to be on the safe side.
We're with boat number 6, Adam Carpenter and Scott Carpenter. How many fish do y'all have?
5.
5. For how much?
Let's see, probably 7 pound, maybe, something like that.
5 for 7. And tell us a little bit about what you're fishing right here.
It's just a real shallow flat. You got some stumps on it, here and there and yonder.
Y'all are back here in the shallowest water I've seen today. What's going on?
We're looking for brim eaters, buddy.
Brim eaters, all right.
We're looking for brim eaters.
You got any of them yet?
No, sir. Not any big ones, not any big ones.
So what's going on here is we've got brim beds, and bass are coming in here to feed. And they said, I asked them if they had a limit, they said no. If they had any size fish, they said no. They said they could easily go get a limit spots, but they're looking for the big ones. So they're targeting largemouth back here that are feeding on brim. And I mean, they just ran through this area and you can see where their trolling motor, which is barely in the water, kicked up a bunch of mud. I mean, that's how shallow we are. It's a real soft bottom, lots of grass, and it's kind of even started to gunk up. So you got that mossy, nasty look. When I pulled up here, I did see 2 fish that were on the bed right here at this spot.
It's getting to be the middle of the day. It's time for these teams to put it together. A lot of these guys struggled this morning. I'm sure there's some teams that really had a good morning. Either way, it's time to put it together. These guys need some good weight when they come across the weighing stage. Seeing a lot of teams like this one behind me starting to fish more offshore as the day has gone on. A lot of these guys are looking for either wind or current. There hasn't been any wind, they're waiting on the current. If a team gets in the right spot at the right time, they can make it happen in a hurry. Stay tuned, because weigh-in is next.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company, by T.H. Marine, from transom to trolling motor, and by Mountain Dew. There's more to come.
The TH Marine HydroWave H2 KVD edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The HydroWave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The HydroWave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Research and development is more than just time in the shop for us. It's time out here, sweating the details, making boats that work as well in the real world as they do on paper. From our R&D team to our anglers on the water, we have the knowledge and passion to build you the finest fishing platform in the world.
some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Boat 43, Clay Jen's Ty Solis. Solis? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
That was my best Jason Duran impression. Solis. I'll remember that for next time. Well, probably not, but I'll try. 5 fish today. How about a new leader? 1263.
That ain't bad.
I've been here for a couple days just out pre-fishing, trying to find some fish and doing like everybody else, running the grass, and just never paid off. So we backed up and decided to try fish a little bit of wood, and that's basically was it. I mean, we backed up, started throwing Texas rigs and jigs almost all day.
5 fish today, 5 alive, 1621. You can smile, son.
It started off slow. We didn't get on them until the last 45 minutes or so, and we just ran out of time. We caught a 4, a 2 something, and that 631 I think it was, but we just ran out of time.
Great weight. We're still kind of early in the weigh-ins, though. But tell me how your day went.
It started off pretty slow. Had a couple bites offshore. Kind of stuck with that. Then we had some brush piles we wouldn't hit, and that's where the weight came from.
Now we saw you guys on the water this morning. I think it was around 9:30ish, 9:40 when we left you. You had one 13-inch fish at that time. Talk about what you did the rest of the day and how you were able to complete your limit.
We basically stayed doing the same thing. We just covered just a ton of water up and down this river, but we did stay in key places that we did have a few bites in practice, because what we did find in practice, they would bite in little areas. It wasn't a pattern you could run the lake. It was more of an area.
Good bag. 14-18, guys. Pick him up, get some pictures. Let's go. Come on.
It was tough for us. I mean, we didn't have a fish till about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 11 o'clock, then we went offshore and caught them.
So you completely abandoned what you were doing, went offshore, started catching them. What was the water depth, what was the cover, and what were the baits?
I don't know, 15 to 20 foot maybe.
Yeah, shake your head.
Shake your head.
Well, we started out pretty slow, actually, for what we were hoping for. So we caught our limit fairly fast, but we just couldn't ever get the size we needed.
Good bag today. New leaders, 1925, guys. 1925.
We started on you guys this morning, saw you catch some fish. You guys weren't wasting a lot of time. You were covering a lot of water. Did you continue that throughout the day?
Yeah, that's the way we fish. No matter if it's here or somewhere else, we just fish high percentage places, and we move an awful lot during the day.
We were lucky and fortunate enough to have a good starting spot. I mean, I caught a 4-pounder early this morning, and then we caught a 3-pounder, and then we hit a lull, and we went on for a couple of hours without any quality bites, and then. Around 1 o'clock, I was like, well, we need to go do something different. So we started fishing offshore to give the sun a little chance to get up. And, we were fortunate enough to catch a couple of quality fish out there.
What was your thought process when you were sitting out here waiting to take off, knowing that you were going to be potentially the last boat to any spot you might want to start on?
I really wasn't nervous or nothing, just because it's the last boat, what can you do? And I think it made us fish a little freely. So
you had a largemouth that weighed 6.41 pounds. Tell me about that fish first. How'd you catch it? Where'd you catch it? What time of day?
We caught it late in the day. I think with an hour and a half, 2 hours left, we probably had 7 or 8 pounds, and mixed it up and went shallow and threw a little shaky head up against a clump of grass, and she was waiting on me.
Okay, weather got hotter and the fishing did too. Another great event here on Lay Lake.
You know, we saw that the later flights, we really saw those weights increase, and when we talked about that on the live, is that when that current turned on, some of those fish were going to turn on. I think we saw that in the later flights today.
We really did. We saw the weights get bigger and better. With their 4th win here on Lay Lake, Alabama Bass Trail, Kobe Carden, Chris Rutland. Guys, I mean, 14, 15, you won here back-to-back. You hadn't won here since 19. To say you were due is an understatement.
Well, we had a really good day. We were very blessed, but we put in a lot of hard work here, you know, to have a bunch of different places to rotate through. So it's a lot of hard work.
I finished 2nd here last week with your son. How much of that was practice for this event?
Quite a bit of it, actually. So he's a good little fisherman, and looking forward to spending more days in the boat with him for sure.
And he's wanting his money, that's for sure.
That's right,
So
yeah.
okay, 4th stop here on the South Division. One more to go on Lake Eufaula. Everybody looking to get in that that entry fee championship. $50,000 on the line for it.
It's going to be real interesting once we get down to Eufaula. It's been a different fishery over the last couple years, but just like always, these guys are going to catch them.
Absolutely, they can. Well, folks, that's it from Lay Lake. We'll head back to Lake Wheeler for the North Division's 4th event. We'll see you next Sunday morning on Valley Sports Southeast.